Skavetta music.
Hey, what's going on, folks? It is me, it is I am him, it is Space Cadet, and I gotta stop the podcast real quick to talk to you guys about the Struggle Compound. Struggle Compound is located at 2400 Seneca Street, Suite number 5, right on the border of West Seneca and Buffalo. The Struggle Compound is a collective of multiple businesses who are all hustlers, entrepreneurs, and creatives. Struggle Compound is a recording studio, a barbershop, film and photography. Ladies, the Struggle Compound has you covered too, with exclusive extensions by Lele Jones and the Lace Effect. Also, if you need to get some clothes and right before you go out, come stop through. They got Buffalo's own Family Trappers, Struggle Clothing, and much more. And shout out to the new business Sleek that just stopped up in here. Come get you some sleek clothing today. And lastly, folks, you can stop here and come see the Spaced Out Podcast and Rev Room. If you're looking to get your podcast done, if you're looking to get some film photography, some drone work, Rev Room's got you covered.
Buffalo is crazy. Where I'm from is crazy, but Buffalo's worse. It's just more, it's not more opportunities here. Like, I come from poverty, but you can figure ways out. Like, you could, it's still a system going, but like there's more. You got the city, you got the Bronx, you got here it's like, it's not much. I mean, it's jobs, the jobs don't really pay much. It's very demoralizing. So now I know some kids out here, both parents is on drugs. And then it's segregated through blocks. And the blocks be beefing. And then you got the drug game. Most people die here with drugs, you know what I'm saying? Like blocks, it's designed like that. And it's crazy because you would think it would stop, after a while, you know what I mean? But it's still like 2024 and it's still like the same shit. Cali. I sit there on YouTube all the time. Chicago, it's just like the same blocks, gangs, young boys, single moms, dads in jail killed. I mean, like, it's like the same little recipe.
No, yeah.
I mean, like, drill music. It's like the starter
kitchen. Who puts the music out there? The same people who put Pornhub out
exactly. There. This one I knew was real. I've been knew it was real when I was talking to this Jewish dude that I know. I fuck with out in Pittsburgh. They had a lot of dealings with Wiz Khalifa and shit. Wiz Khalifa, like I think they were like with Nordstrom. And I remember like, he would always tell me, you grinding, you doing your thing, bro. Yeah, you marketing, well, you got it. But like, there's this other kid, man, like, we got our eyes on him. And now they sent me his music was trash, bro. It's trash. Not even from like, some niggas always call niggas music, but it was trash. It wasn't really, but the reason what they kind of blatantly after a while said to me was just like, he's an easy investment because he's in the streets, he's running around, like, he ain't gonna be alive that long. Like, they're like, he beefing it up, so we could sign him. He gets a lot of streams, he gets a lot of attention, so we want him. Like, we love what you're doing, but we don't, like, I'm more like a long-term investment, like, in a sense, even though I sell CDs and albums and stuff like that, but like, for the people who really I'm not, I'm a little bit older, I'm slow flow, so that's why I always wanted to be independent anyway, because I already knew what it was, but it's just let me know what it, when you get to the Little Babies and all these different artists and shit like that, when you get to the financial back and there's some Jewish guy that's telling them what to do. And they're finding damaged little boys and girls who come from the hood, who got talent, and then they're giving them money and opportunities that they never had and telling them you should be grateful. Go on tour, and they're not even knowing, like, they getting 60, 70% of what they're doing. A lot of these artists are broke. Like, and I don't mean like, when I mean by broke, it's more so from the work that they're putting in. So that's like you come to me and you like, yo, I'm gonna help your career, bro. I'm gonna give you 100,000. I take that 100,000, go buy jewelry, cars, everything like that. It's lit. But I don't know, like on the contract, it says I have to pay 2 times that. So now I'm already lit. So I'm looking good. I've been looking good. So now I'm gonna ride that wave. I'm not gonna go back on live and be like, yo, these niggas is jerking me, bro. I just signed it. You gotta ride with it. So a lot of these dudes and these people be in situations that they hate. They really want to get out, but it's like, damn, I need to. So they'll go on tour and then they'll go 10 cities and they're like, damn, I made $3 million. And they look at what they're taking out and they look at all the people they're paying. And they're like, damn, now they only get like 30 bands. And 30 bands is pretty decent, but remember, they got a fast life now. Remember, they trying to keep up with everything. They see Chris Brown, they see everybody start competing. So now what happens is a whole different world now. So then you start seeing these artists go crazy, bro, because it's like they get controlled. They get controlled and they get in the red. So when you get in the red, you basically like, they'll give you $1 million for an album and you just, if you don't spend it the proper way, whatever, like you gonna owe it. So then they'll be like, well, you in the red, like, 30,000. Don't worry, we'll give you another $1 million. Try it again for the other album. Put you back in the red again. Like, I mean, it's all about putting you in debt. You know what I mean? So like, always knew that about like certain deals. There's some dope deals too that people who have leverage do. But a lot of these deals be bullshit. So I always knew like, just be independent.
Yeah.
Gain your own following and just go from there, get you 1,000 people, get them to spend $50 to $100. That's going to be your first budget. Cause like anywhere between 20,000 to 40,000 is pretty decent for a hobby. If that's a hobby at first. And then after a while, you just create that momentum to where people expect merch from you. And then I put out a lot of music. So when I put out music, I make money. You know what I mean? In the beginning, it was just money I would take and spend, and I wasn't doing right with it. Now it gets to a point where I can take it and rinse and repeat. And I can do my music, merch, and everything with no money. And I know I'm going to get something back. You know what I mean? So it don't got to be the most. I can just take it and rinse and repeat. So a lot of people always looking at, oh, you got to get all this. It's like you just rinse and repeat a couple times. Like get things going and don't touch your own money. That's kind of like, but people don't be patient. They get a couple thousand, they start spending it.
Yeah.
Like, it's really money you're supposed to reinvest into yourself because it's a machine. You know what I mean? So I always understood that with this. That's why you'll never hear me complain as an independent artist. Niggas be complaining because they making mad music and not making nothing. You know what I mean? It's frustrating. Then I getting booked. Niggas don't want to pay for features from half of these niggas. So it's like niggas complaining. This is crazy.
Yeah. No. I feel like independent artists is like how Mac did it. That shit is fucking. I feel like that's why he's not here no more. It's because he was too independent.
Who's that?
Mac Miller. I don't think.
Oh yeah. Well, they kept. I mean, I'm gonna be careful. I know.
Yeah.
Like. They Juice World, like Juice, they give you what you need to. Like he always struggled with the drugs. You know what I'm saying? Pittsburgh, I said that's big out there. Heroin. I mean, like, and the drugs, they just do that, and then he had money. You know what I mean? And then it was just like, again, whoever he was signed to, I mean, they all banking. You know what I mean, like. Labels they don't really care whether you're alive or not because they're gonna make more money than you're dead.
Yeah, that's a fact.
They're not going
and they still drop. Like they keep dropping.
So it's like this. They could be like, you my artist. We got one album out. She's already doing its numbers. I could say, all right, well, he's signing me for the next 6 albums. Or like if he died, whatever. I'm still gonna eat. So I see you over there, drinking and you having fights with your girlfriend, you getting locked up and shit. I don't care. Like, all right. I mean, send somebody to go talk to him. You know what I'm saying? Something happens to you. All right, cool. I got 70% of his, you know what I'm saying? It's just going to run up. It's just all business. And I think a lot of artists come into music looking for friends and they're looking for validation and like, they don't understand this is a business. So you should, that's my personal feelings is not really in music like that. It used to be. When I came in, I used to get my feelings hurt. Man, I look up to him. Damn, it's a legend. And he's just straight bitch. Like, he acting weird. Like, you start seeing all the weird shit in music. Like, damn, like, it's just either gonna make you guard it and not want to be around niggas, or you just like, all right, I see how this shit is. Cool. You know what I mean? Like, all right.
I feel like some of them do that too. It's like, all right, I'll just keep it moving.
That's what I did.
Signing 360s.
Oh yeah, for sure. 360s work for people who got motion. If you got motion, and you already know how to create, if you want to do a 360 deal and you know how to recoup, you all right. Cardi B did that. She had a 360 deal when she first came, but she had motion. So if they give you 360s go against you if you can't execute. It's almost like getting fronted. And I'm like, yo, you know you've been selling like 2-3 pounds. But I'm coming with you like, but yo, I'll give you 20. And it's like, damn, I haven't really been moving that. Fucking throw me that dub. I can make it happen. And then you just fuck it up. Like, or you really just take your time and you figure out like, I do got a little bit of motion. I got a store. Let me up this shit. And then you up it and next thing you know that shit gone. Next thing you know you come back. They're like, all right, we can double it now. A 360 is just like their deal of that was saving them from losing money. Almost like you gotta prove to me you a star. All right, give me this deal. Let me see if you really like that. You know what I mean?
Nah, yeah, that makes sense now.
You got 360 deals. You got 60-40 deals, 50-50, 70-30. 60-40 deals is kind of cool, like because that 60-40 means that whoever's investing a little bit more, they get more. So they invest a little bit more. But that 40% is still cool. So if I did 60-40, I would do like an album. Say right now you had the studio, you was the producer and you engineered and mixed and everything. But I was the rapper. And then you was like, let's do an album. So let's do 60-40. I get 60, you get 40. I would do it. One album. You know what I mean? I know it's gonna sell.
True.
I know it's gonna sell. I know you deserve your cut because you put more into it than me. So it's just a fair 60-40. You know what I mean? It's cool. You know what I mean? Now 50-50, we just splitting it, you know, half a course. So there's a lot of deals in music that people don't talk about. I know some dudes who signed 10 deals with 10 different, like, not 10 different, like just certain things you could do. Album deal over here. Cause sometimes you sign an album deal with a vinyl company.
Yeah.
And you already got 10 in the cut. So you can just sell it to them. The niggas give you 10 bands. Like, if depending on who you are. If you already sell vinyls, niggas give you 10, 13. That's why during COVID, when I was with Flea Law and them, we was winning. We was all selling our vinyls and CDs. When the mainstream niggas couldn't come out, because they was with labels and deals. Like, and then music wasn't moving. But people were still fucking with the underground. So, like, we was able to, like, for me, I took advantage of COVID. I sped up over a lot of people during COVID. The people was confused and didn't know what was going on.
Yeah.
I put my head down and I kind of leveled up during COVID.
Yep. There's some, no, my COVID vinyls are not in here. These are all the newest ones.
Oh yeah, I got I put these joints for y'all boys. 2 Dusty Souls joints.
Oh, fuck yeah. I appreciate you.
And those are like, my CDs is a little bit different, but those are like little vintage joints. And
Yeah. One for my whip and one for here.
I mean, so Dusty Souls, what's so dope about that is like, I think, you know, about why me and Why Next make such a dope group, you know, is we both grew up in a similar, you know what I mean? Like I said, like he from Buffalo, I'm from Mount Vernon. So when you look at the cover art, right? See me and him, and we looking at the same book, but we both inspired.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We both inspired, got the light, but then if you look at the back, you see all the different eyes. Those are all the different mannerisms as a kid that you would have. You know what I mean? You got different type of people. You see the store with the bags and all that. We try to put as much little small detail to show you kind of like, this is the hood. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is like, but like you got 2 kids reading a book that's like, yo, well, we could create, like, even though this is our environment, like this book, reading or writing or whatever it is going to help us, like, I mean, so like, that's kind of like what we working on Dusty Souls 2 now as we speak. I mean, we're going to put it all together. Shout out to my boy YNX.
But for you, it was reading and sports, though, too, right?
Huh?
For you, it was reading and sports, like as a kid?
I was like, my childhood was funny. I was like a kid who like mom on drugs. Like I grew up in the hood, but didn't know it until I got like a little, like I knew it, but then like it was like, you know, my crib was, but I was smart. I was a smart kid. I used to get a lot of trouble too though, but like I would get good grades, but get in trouble. So like, you know what I mean? So like I took karate. I did a lot of little different things, and then I got into football when I was 8. And yeah, so for the most part, football was able to keep me, you know what I mean, that's how I met a lot of friends. That's how I met, you know, my tribe. Because my mom was adopted, so I wasn't really related to nobody. So when I moved to Mount Vernon, I ain't know nobody, but I was fought a lot. You know what I mean, and then playing sports. And I mean, so yeah, as a kid with sports, real competitive sports in the streets, I was always like a half and half kid. You know what I mean, because I was like born in it. Like I wasn't one of those kids who tried to be something that he was. It was like I was just in it. Like it was in my crib. You know what I mean? So I was like a good kid. Anybody tell you like, even if I always had morals and shit, I was just bad. Like running around, stealing cars and shit. Like, but I always was pretty decent with my pen. You know, I was young. I wasn't competitive with the rapping because, you know, I see niggas like J Hood, all of them, we the same age. They're like a year or two older than me. So they was all taking rap serious at like 15, 16. I still was like, I'm about to play this football shit. But I can rap. But I ain't trying to do this rapping shit though. Like, but I could rap. It was the thing. It was hip hop, freestyling. I was nice freestyling off the top of my head. And I was better than niggas. Like, not them in general, but just I was better than a lot of niggas who was really taking it serious. I always knew I was, but I was making no music. So I always had it in me. You know what I mean? Anybody who know me is like, man, about time. But I was nice in football. So football was working. You know what I mean? I came up here for junior college. Met my Brooklyn niggas, met a lot of different, I was always freestyling and shit, but wasn't thinking about no music though. Always freestyle. We'll write my book here and there. I went to University of Pittsburgh. I went to Pitt. I was playing football again. Now I'm kind of like, niggas is that I went to school with is like, yo, let's rap. They got little studios, but I'm still not like seeing the vision. I always knew I wanted to be like some like some Kanye. Kanye was out there in like backpack rap. Cause I always wanted to express myself and that just wasn't the thing. Every time I would rap, some of that heartfelt shit is like people didn't want to hear it, or at least the people I was around. So it was discouraging. It's like, damn, nobody want to hear this common, this conscious black thought type shit. Like, so I was like, fuck it, mind you, I'm in college. I'm fucking using mad big words, but I'm from the hood though. So I always knew I could be a rapper because I knew if I wanted to rap street shit, no one's going to question my street credibility. I just wasn't going to like brag about it. You know what I mean? So then I was like, but then I was successful in football. I am that nigga in football. I made it. I got all the bitches. So I was like, nobody can stop me from, I can rap about everything. You know what I'm saying? Like I was like, I just got to start rapping. But I wasn't doing it. Still wasn't, I would rap here and there, make little songs. And it wasn't until I was like maybe 28 years old and I moved back up here. And my manager, Keto, who's like real close to West, gave me West Side Gun CD. You know what I'm saying? Now, I'm not saying like West Side like inspired me to rap, but he kind of looked, it was like, when I seen, it was a CD, CDs wasn't really like in at the time. It was kind of like on his way out. I mean, so it was like, okay, CD cover, okay, CD. The album cover was fire. I didn't know who this nigga was. And then I heard the album was just boom bap. I'm like, oh shit. This is what I grew up, this is what I be wanting to hear. Like, I'm like, that boom bap, just what I grew up on, they don't like this shit. I'm like, damn, like, people in Buffalo wasn't really jacking it too much at that time, because, you know, you got a whole, like, country, people who like that down south, kind of, because a lot of people come from the south, so it's kind of split in Buffalo. Like, you got people who like that real New York, you know what I mean? And you got people who like both. And so, I'm like, I'm listening to the album and shit, I'm like, oh shit, boom bap. So then it just kind of like, so now I'm kind of tapping into the underground. I'm seeing Benny and all of them. I'm like, oh shit, these niggas is. Now I'm still not thinking about rapping though. I'm just looking at Benny and all of them like, damn, these niggas is nice. Like, damn, if I want to rap, I'm gonna have to rap. So I'm just like, I don't know. I wasn't thinking about it. So I was like, you know what? Let me just prove to myself, let me do one album. I was like, I've been writing rhymes here and there. I've been doing shit here and there. I'm like, let me just see if I can just do an album. Just put an album together for myself. I wasn't thinking about getting on. I didn't know nothing about no underground. I just knew who Western niggas was. You know what I mean? So I'm just like, I didn't know about none of these other niggas. So I started writing this album called Visions of a Lost King. I was writing about depression. I was depressed. I was like 50 pounds overweight. Wasn't playing football no more. I'm up here hustling, getting money. This is my second stint in Buffalo now. So I'm up here like 27, 28, 29 years old. Like, so I stayed up here for like 5 more years. When I came back, my second stint, I'm just hustling, getting money. I'm in the trenches, like I'm around. I'm playing semi-pro football. We winning, I'm doing my thing, but I'm just like out of it, bro. So I wrote about it. So when I wrote about it, I was like maybe into like 2-3 songs in as far as like the process, and I moved back home to where I'm from, Mount Vernon. And I just kind of continued the process. I finished that album. And I put that bitch out. I put it out on my own website. Because I already was doing live feeds and doing things where I always had like fans. I always had motion. So like I always knew like all I gotta do is figure out, I gotta get good rapping. Like I know how some niggas be nice rapping, but they still ain't got no motion.
Right.
I always knew I had motion. I just had to get really nice. So I always just just focus on the fucking art. Like, so I just focused on my pen. Niggas used to tell me, you rap too fast, or you going over niggas' heads, you too old. I heard all that. I didn't care about none of that because I knew I had to get better. I didn't care. I would hear it like, you're probably right. Like, but I'm still gonna go. Like, I'm still keep going, studying. Because I was always around famous niggas. Like, I always knew Styles P and Kiss and all them. So I was always around the right. I just had to just study. Like, for once, like, nigga, if you're gonna do the music, you've been around these niggas for your whole life. Max B, like, you done been around all these niggas, and all these niggas will tell you was nice. But you don't take it serious. That's why niggas ain't really fuck with you musically. So what are you gonna do now? Like, you 30-something now. So now it's like, all right, so I just started studying. And then I went, then this is why, like, I don't really be feeling sorry for a lot of artists, because I was by myself. Like, I didn't have no cosign or nothing like that. Like, I didn't have nobody really trying to push me with the music. It was just like, all right, are you rapping now? So I got that type of energy, which I understand it. You know what I mean? So that shit pushed me. So now I'm learning the ins and outs. I put out Visions of a Lost King. Now people's like, yo, you should keep rapping, bro. Like, I mean, like, yo, you nice. Like, yo, if you could, some of the songs wasn't mixed. If you can get the shit mixed and really invest in yourself. So I'm just like, word, you know what? I just kept going. I just kept going. And then next thing you know, I came out with that album called Today Means Everything. Well, now I'm putting out singles. I bumped into this old head, my guy named Carter P. Shout out to Carter P. I may say old head like that, Carter P. But he was part of the golden era. He was like, yo, you in the wrong lane, bro. You making the wrong music. Like, you an MC. Like, you need to be hip hop. He's like, yo, you need to be in like hip hop, bro. He's like, yo, let me executive produce a project, bro, for you. And I'm gonna introduce. So he was rapping during the golden era with a group called Adagio. Adagio was like, you know, they come from like the early 90s and shit like that. So he had a group that was making money doing their thing. He already knew vinyl companies and shit. But this is before I knew what all that shit was. I just saw how adamant he was about getting me into this hip hop lane. I just believed him. He was just looking at me dead serious. I was like, all right. I did 3 songs with him, bro. He put me on this album called Today Means Everything. And then he came to my house with a box and said, yo, here, this for you. I'm like, what's this? He's like, yo, some vinyl, sell them. That's how I'm gonna pay you. Like, sell them. So I'm like, let me hear that. Like, I heard the album on 3 songs. He had my own song on the album. So he like introduced me to his fans. Next thing you know, my fans went from like, I had maybe like 2,500, maybe 55 something. All people from Paris, Amsterdam. Like, he's like, I told you. Like, I'm a hip hop. So now he's linking me to like the Juggernauts and Lady Heroin and all these people I don't know, but I'm looking them up and they're like legends. So I kind of came in that way. Like, and then I met a gentleman at a Gorilla Grooves radio. You know G4 Jag?
No.
All right. I met a dude named G4 Jag. G4 Jag, he from Harlem, and he also like live in Rochester. He signed a law mob. He seen me with my vinyls and shit there, and we just started chopping it up. We just kind of aligned, and he introduced me to the underground, to like really how to like the beats and how to like, yo. He was like, I was already selling vinyls, so he seen already was moving. So me and him aligned and started making music. So then he kind of really taught me, like, I was going to Harlem, rubbing shoulders. He was introducing me to like producers, you know, all type of people, you know what I mean? And just acclimating me to the underground. And then he executive produced a project for me called Dirty Spirits. And that's the joint that people call the classic. So this is my 3rd project now. The first one I did was like by myself, just me putting songs together, just taking beats from YouTube. People fuck with it, kind of. And the second joint was just me doing it with Big Homie, which is like a real boom bap album. So people still was just like, huh? Like, all right, whatever. But I knew I got love in the underground.
Right.
Then my 3rd album was Dirty Spirits, and that was like me just being able to rap. And I was rapping. I mean, so then I had features like Planet Asia, Mussolini, G4 Jag, Shayna Ashley, and my man Quentin Gilmore. I put one person from my hometown on there. So, and that one just showed niggas that I could rap. And then that kind of floated. I did like 9 videos. I knew how to build off that momentum. So then I started getting like a little name, 1,000 Words, interview me, give me the picture. I was one of the first niggas, like with the pictures that everybody be doing, like that he do, like with him in New Vegas. So now I'm meeting everybody. Buck Wow. Now I'm floating because now people getting whiff. And now I'm doing songs with Sadat X. I'm doing, you know what I mean? Like, people was kind of taking me serious. You know what I mean? And I'm a good nigga, too, so I know how to network. So it was like, people were meeting me and seeing, like, I'm grinding. Like, they seeing, like, oh, this nigga grinding. So I got songs with Flea Lord. Flea Lord ended up grabbing me So now I'm doing my thing, and then Flea Lloyd ended up grabbing me from G4 Jag. You know what I'm saying? Basically, like, for a little bit, like, you know, Jag was under Lord Mob. So Flea was just basically like, you know, like, I'm a, you know, kind of, I'm gonna put you under the wing, basically. So then I'll end up, like, you know, getting with Lord Mob. And that was also another dope experience, you know, learning. Now I'm around Etho, you know Etho?
Yeah.
I'm around Etho, you know, I'm around, like, you know, fucking Havoc, you know, different producers. The production is, you know what I mean? He got me around, like, a lot of the, you know what I'm saying? Like, so now I'm learning the ins and outs. I'm learning how, you know, artists move, you know, seeing how Flea move, you know what I mean? But I'm the conscious artist. I'm got my own style. Like, the whole time I'm around all these, like, you know, all these rappers, you know what I'm saying? It's like, I'm just still just being me, you know what I'm saying? So now I'm just learning. And then once that situation was done, you know, shout to Lord Mob, Fly Family, you know what I mean? Because they put me, you know, they fucking scooted me up a bit. Then I just went back on my own journey, you know what I mean? Because I already had my own label, Higher Realm. I already had a way of how I always wanted to make music. And I was already resourceful to where I wanted to help artists too. You know what I mean? So it got to a point where, you know, we're just like, okay, boom, you know, Flea did his thing. He went and, you know, got his regime. And then I went and just kind of just did my own thing for a minute. And then that's how I bumped into YNX. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing my own thing, cooking. I'm just like, yo, boo, boo, boo. People like, yo, you need to go cook with YNX, bro. You need to meet YNX, man. I'm like, who's that? They're like, yo, this nigga from Buffalo, son. They're like, y'all a fit. He sound like Nas. I'm like, all right. I go look at his music. I'm like, oh, nah, son, nice. Look at his catalog. Start seeing how consistent he was. Look at his videos. I'm like, oh, now son look official. Never met him, nothing like that. I thought he was older. So I reached out to him, and then come to find out, he's like, yo, I'm damn near a fan of yours too, bro. I've been wanting to cook with you. I just didn't. He kind of, it's funny because he told me how it is that he said I was signed. I was with, I mean, so he said he wouldn't bother me because he said, you know, how arrogant artists be. But see, the reason why I'm always winning this hip hop shit is because I know how to, like, I know who to work with and when to work with them and why. So it's like, what happens to a lot of these artists is they'll get they'll align to an artist who's big, and they'll do a song with them or something or whatever, and then they'll just, like, from that, they'll get big headed and they'll start, yo, numbers going up, prices going up, yeah. So they'll ride that wave, but then when that big person starts being with his friends that are on his level and he can't cook with them no more, now you have no relationships with producers or other artists, or because you've been sticking your nose up the whole time. Yeah. So that's where a lot of guys suffer. So now you just gotta go make music on your own and just act like you better than niggas and let niggas know. It's frustrated artists, even though they be in good positions, but you can't level up because you're not doing the creativity process is not fluent. Right. So for me, I'm a nigga where it's like, okay, some dudes, there's certain people I may not charge. I don't just be trying to charge everybody. I just try to create demand. So when I got Motion, and I know it's an artist who hasn't really been marketing his music, I see his movement is not really moving, and I feel like I may have to carry him, I'm gonna charge you. You know what I mean? I may not charge your arm and a leg, but yeah, I'm gonna charge you because I have to push this, and I don't wanna carry nobody. Right. You know what I'm saying? And I don't wanna slow down. I really don't have to work with you. You know what I'm saying? Not even on no Hollywood shit. It's just like, I got YNX. I got YNX who's working, and so if you underneath what we're doing, you know what I mean, from a business standpoint, you know, because a lot of dudes be talented, but the business acumen be like below. Yeah. So it's like, I'm not about to carry you. Like, why would I give you? And then also I'm a good nigga, so I'm resourceful. So I'm gonna open up, like, if we click and I do a song for you, now that means you can hit me up anytime. Like, yo, y'all need you on this project now. Or now you in Kansas or you in Houston, I can call someone for you. Like, I open up my Rolodex, but what it is, I see how people treat me without me telling them. Yeah, how connected I am. Like, I just want to see how you gonna treat me. So what happens in Buffalo, what I don't like is, like, people up here be mad Hollywood, not even knowing I can help them. Like, I'm older, you know what I mean? Like, I could, but they just, when I just see it, it doesn't bother me. Like, I just be like, damn. And then they'll find out, they'll ask somebody, they'll be like, nah, nigga, I play in the NFL, nigga, he be ripping, he be doing shows, and now they got to circle back around, and then here come the phony shit. I'm a Pisces, but we're not good with that. Like, I don't want to, like, dick ride. I don't look for yes men. I just look for genuine people. I feel like genuine people always will get blessed. They get resources from me. You don't got to be my friend if I see that you're a genuine person, I feel like genuine people should be rewarded because you could have been a different way. You know what I'm saying? Like, niggas don't got to be genuine. You know what I mean? So that's also, so just to fast forward, Me and YNX worked on Dusty Souls. Album was smash fluent. We developed a real organic continuity, like how you supposed to do it. Like, been around each other. We went out to Orlando. I met him in Miami. Performed, opened up for Conway. We put money together, seeing how he moved organic. I already got saved too much. He grown. He a Gemini. He go by his business. I know if I call him, he don't pick up. Like, I call him later. He gonna call him. Like, we have a real, like, we don't even argue enough. Like, we just kind of, we know how to move around each other. And I think it's because, like, it's like, I'm like, not like his big brother, you know what I'm saying? But like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm a little bit older than him. You know what I'm saying? That's what people don't really know. I'm a little bit older than him. So it's just like, he gives me like that big brother respect. But I also know, like, I respect him as a man. So I give him like that leeway. And then YNX got his own house. You know what I'm saying? Like, he grown. Like, he really, so that's why sometimes people think he older than what he is. You know what I mean? So me and him, somebody with the same or better work ethic than me, you know what I'm saying? And easy to work with. He's just as connected. He got resources. It just made music so much easier because now it's like, I got this producer. Now he's linking me to some of his producers now. And that's why we tell motherfuckers to share. You know what I'm saying? Share. But people don't get it. So it's like, me and Y, we just understand the assignment. Don't be entitled. Nobody owes you nothing. And you just gotta outwork niggas. But don't compete with nobody. Just outwork people organically. Make sure that your music life is just better than niggas. Like, to where you just making that good music, you selling your stuff. Like, the way I move now, like, people already know. Like, people tell you, like, nobody work really too much harder than I do. But they do, though. There's a lot of people moving how I'm moving, though. But people will tell you, like, for like the last 6 years, bro, I don't slow down. Yeah. You know what I mean? I always record. I record from home. I got my own studio. And I show love, bro, and I align. I do features with niggas. I got features with them, like, mad people in Buffalo. I got more features with people in Buffalo than Buffalo artists do. You know what I'm saying? Like, I be linking people from Buffalo with other people from Buffalo. They don't even be knowing each other. You know what I'm saying? Like, and they've been here for 30, 35 years. And I be in the studio.
I think it's you and Zion who got the, like...
Zion the Lion. Yeah. Zion, that boy.
Everybody's features.
Yup. Zion's that boy. Because he look at it like, Zion know he's special. His voice is an instrument, but then, so it's like, he knows, let me get my sound everywhere. Yeah, maybe an artist, may not, but fuck that. Nigga, like that's how I be looking at, like, I don't try to cook with everybody. But I also was like, okay, my man in Pittsburgh, yeah, I'm gonna cross brand with him. I want my sound in Pittsburgh. How I'm gonna get my sound in Pittsburgh? Just go out there. Nah, people don't even like boom bap out there sometimes. Yeah. So I linked up with a Pittsburgh producer so he can make me like a certain aesthetic. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, that's why I make so much different music, because I do boom bap. That's my home. Yeah. But once I was able to have a lot of boom bap, I was able to start making other records and start really tapping into other, you know what I mean, vortexes and shit. Right. You know what I mean? Because I tell niggas, like, this music shit, you gotta be your own businessman, bro. Anybody gonna help you. So whatever you don't know, you're gonna get manipulated. Niggas gonna try to get you, bro.
That's a fact. That's how you end up in those 360 deals.
360 deals.
Unless it works for you.
You in groups where you're not happy. You know what I mean? I didn't have maybe one moment where I really thought about stopping music. I was like, man, I ain't coming to music for this shit. Yeah. I'm not doing this shit. Because I was grown when I came into it. I'm like, I don't need this shit. Like, I love it, but like, why am I going through this? Like, you know what I mean? But like, it just makes you stronger. The stuff that I know now about this shit is what my confidence comes from. My confidence will come from, oh, I'm better than niggas. Niggas can't fuck. I don't even think about nobody else. I be more worried about my fan base. I swear to God. Like, I worry about my fans. Like, I worry about catering to them and getting more. Like, how can I get more fans organically? How can I resonate to people more? I don't really look at the artists. Like, you know what I mean? So, it's called fan funneling. It's a business. I tell niggas, it's a business while you writing from your heart. So, like, my small fan base, they've adjusted to the way I make music. Like, they know what they're gonna get from me now. You're gonna get mad EPs with different people. You never know who, different type of production. You know what I'm saying? And they're all EPs gonna have themes to them. They all have themes like Dirty Spirits, Dusty Souls. I got an album out called the SOC, The Sense of Cohesion. Like, all these albums are all based off of, you know, Skywalker Chronicles, you know what I'm saying, Pastel Blues. They all come from just different places and different sounds. Some of them got no features. Some of them got singers and shit. You know what I mean? Some of them got just boom bap artists. You know what I'm saying? So I mix that shit up, and now people are starting to catch up to like the versatility. So now it's cool.
Yeah.
I mean, cause I'm be on their neck all year, bro. It's nothing nobody really can do. Like, I'm just gonna have fun with it. I'm not even gonna really be on no, yo, your niggas can't stop me. Cause obviously Kendrick and Drake took shit over for a minute. They got shit on Smash right now. How you feel about that shit?
It's whack now.
Yeah.
Just put it in the trash can.
Yeah, I don't really watch. This because I don't really listen to mainstream music. People get mad at me like, what do you mean? You don't want it back? I'm like, nah, that niggas is brainwashed, bro. Like, I already know what it is with society. You know what I'm saying? People downplay what you do musically if they feel like you're not on that level. It doesn't bother me. I don't even be caring because of the fans that we have in the underground who really love what we do. You know what I mean? So yeah. I just go where the love is at.
I just listen to Buffalo people.
Yeah?
Yeah. Mostly, like, I might go and play a new person's, like, an album of an artist that I really like. That's mainstream, but...
Right. Yeah,
I go listen to Sir, shit like that, like R&B.
Right. And there's nothing wrong. You know what's so funny? Because Buffalo's a city. You know what I mean? It's not the biggest, it ain't the smallest. So it's like, I know people like, I only listen to my Harlem niggas. You know what I'm saying? Like, or like people from my hub, like, now me, I listen to my friends. I got a lot of music friends. I listen to anything that inspires me. If you're an underground artist and I come across your music and that shit is fire, it inspires me, I'm gonna throw it in the rotation. I don't care who you are. But it's just like, for me, I listen to a lot of niggas from where I'm from. You know what I'm saying? I listen to niggas from Buffalo, Rochester. I got friends everywhere. So it's like, Cali. I stay within the independent music, but I know Matt Singers. So it's like, that's why when I do albums, it's so fun now. Cause I can sit here and I'm like, I got CG Green want to produce a joint. I tell CG, send me about 3 R&B joints and a couple, and I can just sit home and be like, all right, who I want? All right, let me get Low Key. Low Key gonna sing and give me a verse. Let me get Shorty. Shorty is a poet. I can get her for the interlude. Let me get Wine next. Let me get Bo Gustus. Those are gonna be my 2 rapping verses. And let me go get my boy Droid. And then it's just like, anytime I send people beats, they all take that shit serious. I send it to them, I get whatever I need back. You know what I mean? So like, making music for me right now is fun. And it's not because I got some crazy bag. And it's definitely that. It's just more so my perspective on it. You know what I mean? My perspective on where I'm trying to go. You know what I mean?
Where is that?
So I got into music for a couple reasons. At first, you know what I mean? I just really wanted to spread a message. Because when I came in, I was like on some revolutionary shit. Like I was like way different than how I am now. I always could rap how I do now, but I was just straight Malcolm X. Like I was on that. Like they bombed this. Like I was on that. Like real, and it was working too. Because people was like, yeah, talk that shit. But it wasn't really as marketable because everybody ain't on that time. Right. So I just want to be able to help myself and others. You know what I mean? That's it. I want to get to a point where I can help people and without hurting myself. And that's success for me. Like, I mean, as long as I'm in a position where I can take care of my family and I can help others while, you know what I mean, teaching them whatever I did or financially helping people and it don't really hurt me, that'll be ideal for me. So with the music, I just want to create a organic business and service for people that is fluent. That people just know, like when I drop, like take this nigga Aaq serious, like yo, Aaq about to drop, bro. Like he got that new shit, or his merch, I just want to be like, I ain't gonna hold you. And I see, I can say this because people be hating, but somebody got to kind of say it, like, you know what I'm saying? Like I want to do it like how West do it. It don't get no better than me. Like, right. You know what I mean, he creates art from his head. He draws it out. He adds to whatever. He makes the music that he wants. Travels, he makes the music with the people that he wants, and it floats. He got his kids, they help him out, like you know what I mean, like everything's in house. I feel like that would be ideal. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like that's like for me, like that's ideal. You know what I'm saying? And see what it is a lot of artists, you know, what happens is, you know, people probably getting tired of West, you know, being stable, but it's just one of those things where the way I look at it from a business standpoint, if you look at it from a business standpoint, take your personal films, I don't have no personal films because he never did that to me. Yeah. You know what I mean? So it's like, she's genius, bro. He the one that kind of revived and put life into independent artistry. if that's a word. You know what I mean? Like, at one point people were stuck and didn't know what to do, bro. And he helped revive a lot of mainstream artists who didn't know what to do after they deals. You know what I'm saying? So that was genius, and I seen it. I respected that shit, and it's like, damn, that shit is dope that he fucking from Buffalo. And maybe because I understand what he comes from. See, I lived in Buffalo, so it's like, for me, it's like, I know how hard it is. Maybe so it's like, for me, it's like, people who don't respect that, they gotta be hating, bro. Niggas be hating. So, it's tough.
And before we get out of here, is there any words of wisdom or anything you want to tell anybody out there?
Make sure you study and like understand that music is a business, and nobody's gonna feel sorry for you in business. You know what I mean? So when you get into music, make sure you study. There's many people who was in situations, label deals, that got jerked. There's a lot of examples that you can really sit home on YouTube and see and watch. I think any artist do that first. Then get your BMI, get your ASCAP, so you can, be published if you're a person who wants to stream and, get your music out. And then also get into selling physical, tangible things, getting people to like you as a person. Don't think with your talent, think from a business standpoint. I know that word is kind of like cliche, business, but I drill it into people's mind because music is a business. It's going to start off as a hobby for many. You're going to start off as a hobby. You're going to do it for the love, and then you're going to end up, and if you keep going, you're going to end up getting better and really, really good at it. And then people want to tell you this, and then eventually people want to start, and then it's going to be, and it's just from there. So I just tell people, just protect yourself. Whatever you don't know, you will be manipulated by, and invest in yourself. The more you invest in yourself, the less you depend on people, the more fluent your music career will go. Don't worry about other people's careers. Know what I'm saying? I just posted up. I got 5K followers on Spotify. And I got friends. Like Capella Gray, that's my friend. Like 500,000. Like he smokes me out the box. But even him, he'll come congratulate me like, yo, I see you doing your thing. Because he knows in my world, I'm independent. I'm by myself. Like I got to this point dolo. So 5,000, I'm not really like, but it's like, I remember I only had like 300. I had 300 people for like mad long. You know what I'm saying? And I was traveling and all that. It's a lot of people don't got Spotify. Yeah. Now I'm just like, I got 5,000, 5K. It's like, oh shit. It's like, yo, be happy with what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? Right. You don't want to get big headed, but it's just like, yo, you have 5,000. That means if I can get those 5,000 people to buy some merch from me, I'm good. What am I complaining about?
That's a fact.
You know what I mean? So that's all. I just tell people, believe in your ideas, man. Be around creatives. And don't get offended if people don't like your music. You know what I'm saying? Everybody got different thoughts. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's not going to like your music. So, just vibe out, man, and just keep creating.
Oh, yeah. I appreciate you.
Nah, word. I appreciate you too, King. Word.
Yeah.
It's the Wiz.